자유천이고 숭고한 하늘빛깔 순별의 백합 상하고 빛난 정신 이어가도다. 고대양 육대주와 천주까지도 억만세 태평성대 길이 빛내세 평화천이고 순정의 기쁨이 떠 천년한 날에 영생의 이상향을 나타내도다. 고대양 육대주와 천주까지도 억만세 태평성대 길이 빛내세 통일천이고 사계절 휘날리는 천일국 깃발 천진 참부모님 소망하도다. 고대양 육대주와 천주까지도 억만세 태평성대 길이 빛내세 행복천이고.
Today is the 26th day of the 7th month in the 9th year of Channel Group, September 2, 2021. To begin our day, let's offer our respect and gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind. 천진 참부모님께 경배. 바로 let us recite 가정맹세.
가정맹세 1. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이상인 지상천국과 천상천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 충신, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 황족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이상인 천주 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정 문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상천국과 천상천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
I would like to invite the presence of Mr. Vince Arbigat Bonton for the opening prayer.
Please join me in my prayer. Good morning, our most loving Heavenly Friend and victorious to friends of heaven, earth, and humankind. Heavenly Friend, thank you so much for this another day, another life, another opportunity that you given to us to gather here as one family, Heavenly Friend. Though it is just a virtual gathering, Heavenly Friend, but through this, Heavenly Friend, we could be able to feel each other's heart, Heavenly Friend. Through this, Heavenly Friend, we could know how much our brothers and sisters are longing for your heart, Heavenly Friend. We know for thousands of years, Heavenly Friend, you've been suffering so much, Heavenly Friend, because of the fallen humanity. Heavenly Friend, thank you for always loving us and supporting us, Heavenly Friend. Though we know that a lot of times, Heavenly Friend, we always not doing our very best, Heavenly Friend, for helping you, Heavenly Friend, to fulfill the God's providence, Heavenly Friend. Thank you so much, Heavenly Friend, for still hoping that someday, somehow, we could be able to fulfill our portion of responsibility, Heavenly Friend. We know that the time will come, Heavenly Friend, through the sacrifices and hard works of our true parents, all our leaders, our dear brothers and sisters, we could be able to reach perfection and fulfill the restoration of the humanity, Heavenly Friend. Thank you so much, Heavenly Friend, for so much blessings that you showered to us, Heavenly Friend. We know that many people in this world are suffering so much that needs a lot of blessing, but you've chosen us to become one of your sons of daughters, Heavenly Friend, who could receive so much blessing, Heavenly Friend. Thank you so much for all of these things, Heavenly Friend. And we are sorry, Heavenly Friend, for all our mistakes and shortcomings, Heavenly Friend. We know that there are times that we always complain, but still, Heavenly Friend, you give us a chance and opportunity to do more, Heavenly Friend, offer more, Heavenly Friend, despite of all the struggles and challenges that we are facing, Heavenly Friend. We know that through this, Heavenly Friend, we could be able to inherit your heart and make our heart bigger, Heavenly Friend, to offer more, to sacrifice more, Heavenly Friend, for us to be able to give and offer more blessings to others also, Heavenly Friend. Thank you, Heavenly Friend, for always guiding us, protecting us day by day in our daily life, Heavenly Friend, also in our mission, Heavenly Friend. May you please continue to guide us, protect us, Heavenly Friend, and Heavenly Friend, for this morning, Heavenly Friend, may you continue to shower knowledge and use our national leader, Heavenly Friend, to guide us more, Heavenly Friend, to us to become more filial, Heavenly Friend, and to sacrifice more for the providence, Heavenly Friend. Thank you so much, Heavenly Friend, for using our Sir LA, Heavenly Friend, for conveying your words, Heavenly Friend, for to through his, Heavenly Friend, we could be able to know your heart, Heavenly Friend. That's why we are so very thankful and grateful for this opportunity, Heavenly Friend. Thank you so much for everything, Heavenly Friend, and we will do our best, Heavenly Friend, to offer our heart and sincere devotion, Heavenly Friend, so that in just a little way and act, Heavenly Friend, we could help to restore the providence and help our true parents who's working so hard day and night, Heavenly Friend, just to um, offer a sincere condition, Heavenly Friend, for the humanity to be restored. Thank you so much for all of these things, Heavenly Friend. We would like to offer this prayer with humility, with gratitude in behalf of my central leaders, with my dear brothers and sisters in our name, Vince Arby Gatbuntan and Margie Balhana, Central Blessed Family, we pray. Adieu.
June. Thank you so much, Kevins. Brothers and sisters, let's now have our unison prayer. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Now let's all have our morning greetings to Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Morning, Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Good morning, my dear leaders, elders, Chonbo families, blessed families from home and abroad. To all our members, everyone, let's have a wonderful and a blessed Thursday. Welcome once again to our morning devotion. And hopefully everyone is excited to receive another inspiration from Heavenly Parents and True Parents, of course, through our national leader who is very working hard. And at this point, I would like to welcome my brother here in the technical or media department in Philippine headquarters. He received the blessing year 2020, and I'm not gonna mention, of course, the spouse, but yes, I would like to request Mr. Peter Herman Kaga for the Hundok reading.
Good morning, elders, precious brothers and sisters. Let us begin our Hundok reading. Our reading comes from the Book of Mother of Peace, a memoir by Hak Jahan Moon. Chapter 11, The Restoration of Canaan in Heaven and on Earth, continuation. Over the decades, the unification movement in China has experienced challenges. Thus, we started preparations for the launch of the Chinese People's Federation for World Peace in 2017 by bringing together overseas Chinese and other ethnic Chinese. The former refers to those of Chinese lineage who have left the mainland and moved abroad while maintaining their cultural roots and connection to the mainland. The latter refers to Chinese immigrants who have lost their linguistic and cultural ties to China. When we say Chinese People's Federation, we refer to both groups. In 2019, the task at hand was to establish the Chinese People's Federation for World Peace, CPFWP, in the Asia-Pacific Union. Only after doing so can the age of the Pacific civilization be firmly established. In this historical context, the World Assembly of the Chinese People's Federation for World Peace was very significant. This World Assembly was hosted on November 22 to 23, 2019, in Taiwan, after we had inaugurated the Chinese People's Federation for World Peace in 8 nations, including Canada, Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia. It was truly a historic day. The opening ceremony was attended by more than 300 Chinese leaders. President Chang Po-ya of Taiwan's Control Yuan, who took the stage as the keynote speaker, introduced me with the following kind words. True mother is a great woman who has devoted her life for the sake of others, and we have been given a rare and precious opportunity to meet her in person. Following the World Assembly, we held the Yojong True Love Family Blessing Festival at the Nangang Exhibition Center. The venue was packed with some 7,000 couples from throughout Taiwan. They were eager to participate in this uplifting festival and receive the marriage blessing. Former Vice President Lu Xiaolian, who is widely respected in Taiwan, introduced me saying, thanks to the heaven-centered activities of Reverend Dr. Song Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, we have now become one family transcending race, nationality, and civilization. It is an honor for me to be part of this wonderful event. Two young Taiwanese siblings gave a beautiful testimony about their amazing experiences helping prepare for the event. The little 9-year-old named Jia Zhen had publicized the festival by handing out pamphlets for 20 minutes after school every day. In her testimony, she mentioned not being able to remain idle when her true mother was traveling all over the world to realize Vision 2020. One day, something very special happened to her. The 60-year-old owner of a restaurant, who often walked along that street, was moved to see the child's devotion in handing out pamphlets day after day at the same time and place. She stopped to talk. This little girl shared her heart with a much older lady who ended up attending the festival. Not to be outdone, her older brother Ding Jun also worked hard for the upcoming blessing. Every day, he offered devotions, publicized the festival, and searched for blessing candidates. Because he invested so much time in public outreach, he had neglected his studies and received low grades during school exams. His worried parents came to him and asked, as a student, shouldn't studies be your priority? I will study after True Mother's visit to Taiwan, he replied, and he concentrated even more on his outreach efforts. As a result, this young man brought 27 couples to receive the blessing, including one village head and his wife. In Taiwan, village heads represent 5,000 to 10,000 residents. The young man was able to dedicate this amazing result to heaven. He and his younger sister's achievements serve as truly moving examples of the beautiful tradition of filial piety. The future of Chinoguk is indeed filled with hope. The filial piety of the second and the third generation for True Mother is akin to sunflowers following the sun's path across the skies. This filial devotion is truly a joyous gift. I was asked, True Mother, how do you feel today at the conclusion of the Rally of Hope in Taiwan? I feel so proud in my heart, I replied. It was truly wonderful. I was particularly moved by our Taiwanese youth who created a Yojong cultural performance. I pronounced great blessings upon them, knowing that the day is fast approaching when the Greater China region will attend Heavenly Parent and True Parents. Through the marriage blessing, the Greater China region can create harmony based on universal family values. The blessing ceremony for some 14,400 people could be considered a starting point to realize a unified world through harmonious families. Henceforth, all civilization will bear fruits as the Pacific civilization. This is heaven's trajectory. The Pacific civilization is not to be a self-centered civilization based upon conquest and plunder. Our task is to expand and firmly root the Pacific civilization in the culture of filial devotion for heaven, Yojong, characterized by true love, which is the heart of giving, giving again, forgetting that one has given, and wishing that one could give more. With this in place, the Pacific civilization will bring about harmony and unity among the civilization funded throughout human history. Continental and oceanic and eastern, western, developing and developed, centering on Korea, the homeland of God's providence, the Pacific civilization is being established. Aju.
Thank you so much, Brother Peter Herman, for the Tunduk reading. And at this point, to give his 10 points of gratitude, I would like to welcome this very amazing brother. He's a person I look up to, especially in his working ethics. He's my we've been best of friends for 9 amazing years, and I would like to welcome Mr. Francis Guedes to share his 10 points of gratitude.
Good morning, leaders. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning, everyone. I'm Francis Guedes, and I will share my 10 points of gratitude. First is I am very thankful and grateful for Heavenly Parents and True Parents for always protecting my family. Second is very thankful and grateful that Heavenly Parents always protecting me and guiding me to my mission and helping me to always improve myself. Third is I am very thankful and grateful for being HQ staff. So actually tomorrow is my first year here serving in our national headquarters. And I'm very thankful for all my experience that I gained here. And I hope to continuously serve our leaders here. And fourth, I'm very thankful and grateful for our technical staff and HT staff for continuously sacrificing not just for our national event, national providence, but also sacrificing for other nations like Asia Pacific also. And fifth, I'm very thankful and grateful that I was able to serve not just only our leaders here in Philippines, but also our leaders in Asia Pacific. Then sixth, thankful and grateful for our leaders for trusting us on our event, especially our biggest events here in also in Asia Pacific. Serving them directly is like serving our true mother. Seventh, thankful and grateful for the talent that God gave to me, that I was able to use it for the providence. Though we are always behind the scene, but we can always see how our events become successful and make our leaders happy. And eight, thankful and grateful for being staff of our incoming event, which is the launching of PCLC. It's also a big event from IHQ. We hope and pray that it will become successful and victorious and offer it to our true mother. Ninth, thankful and grateful for Oxygen for helping me financially, actually earning while doing my responsibility and mission is a great opportunity and blessing that our Heavenly Parents and True Parents given to us. And lastly, I am very thankful and grateful for my spouse, Cambodian spouse. So even though we are very far from each other and we did not see each other yet, we have our engagement online, we have our blessing online. Still, we continuously doing our best to make our blessing successful and improving ourselves. Thank you so much. That's my 10 points of gratitude.
Yes, let's give a hand to our brother Francis Medes for sharing your 10 points of gratitude. And at this juncture, as you all know, that our technical or media department here in Philippine headquarters are always behind the scenes, and yeah, behind the the screens. And it's not every day that we see them like singing or performing. And at this time, for the offering song, they'll be singing "Lord, I Offer My Life to You." Let's welcome the technical team. Yes. Let's give a hand to the media department. Thank you so much, my brothers, for that offering song. Very talented pala, no? So not just, techie work, but the technical team can sing. So yun. At this time, huwag nating patagalin to. Of course, the most awaited part every day of our morning devotion to give us the internal guidance for today's Sunduke. I would like to welcome a very special person, our beloved father and national leader here in the Philippines, none other than Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo T. Halog. Let's give a round of applause, please.
Thank you very much, our brother Jerome. First, I would like to greet our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Good morning, our Heavenly Parents and true parents. To all our beloved leaders, all our Chambo families, las families, beloved brothers and sisters, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Thank you once again for joining our morning devotion. I was very inspired to see our beloved brothers and sisters, the technical team. Thank you for your wonderful song, offering your life for Heavenly Parent and for true parents. And thank you so much also for the gratitude points, 10 points of gratitude of our brother Francis. So you're not only technical team, no? You have a lot of talents actually. Some of you even are lecturers, di ba? So anyway, we are really grateful to you. Ngayon, ang Providence natin online na eh. Online Providence now. So without you, how can we do an advanced Providence? So we are truly grateful. Please always remember that we're really grateful for all your investment, not only for the Philippines, actually in Asia Pacific, you are really contributing a lot, and not only in Asia Pacific, in the world Providence, you are really contributing a lot. So thank you for your investment. Yesterday, Chunil Group Leaders Assembly started. It was very good and really inspiring to listen from the reports. Yesterday, I think 4 regions already. So today, our regional president, President Hori, will be also presenting about the reports and the strategies of our region, and also Reverend Ronnie, our vice president for Family Federation, and also the president of YSP will be giving presentation. So please pray. Let's pray for our leaders. Because it has only very selected slot, konti lang po kasi yung pwedeng maka-attend dito, just our major mga leaders, but yeah, we represent all brothers and sisters in the nation. So yun po, really True Mother now, when I listen, really True Mother is really thinking about the restoration of at least 1/3 of the world population by 2027. Ito talaga yung dream ni True Mother. And then by next year, 2022, for the reunification of North and South Korea. And then what all regions and all nations can contribute about this one. So ito yung unang parang in-explain how can we contribute for the reunification of North and South Korea. Kasi nga, sabi ni na True Parents, once North and South Korea reunited, this will become the beginning of the establishment of heavenly unified world. Kaya napakahalaga talaga nito. So we have this 6 months time until February next year. That's why this time period is very, very important. And then after the 6 months will be the 60 months until 2027. It's really very inspiring to see, and really appreciate lahat ng hard work ng mga leaders natin worldwide who are really completely united and really working together with our beloved True Mother. And so thank you very much to all brothers and sisters for all your devotion, your dedication. I know everyone is really investing a lot despite this pandemic. Continuously, our prayers, it really helps a lot. Mga conditions po na ginagawa natin. And then also our efforts despite this situation. So thank you so much. So this morning I will going to finish my topic that I shared yesterday. Gusto ko pong ituloy. And so I would like to continue with the topic I shared yesterday, world peace through ideal families. So, true father said, natural barriers will naturally disappear. Once people marry, transcending nationality, national barriers will naturally disappear. When a British woman and a French man marry, the national boundary between the two will disappear. Both will change without being aware of it. We need to understand this. So, really, in building a world of peace, how important talaga itong work ni na True Parents, this intercultural, international marriage blessing. Sabi ni Father, kapag two people from different nation marry, natural daw, it will be natural that the barriers will disappear. So even in sa kwan lang din sa also intercultural, actually even in our nation, even both Filipinos or both nationality, in our nation alone, there are many boundaries, there are many barriers, di ba? Yun nga, iba-iba kasi rin tayo. We have many languages in the Philippines, more than 100. And then minsan ang in-embrace lang natin our own culture lang. Ganun lang. So but sabi ni Father, when intermarry, then naturally, the barriers will disappear naturally. So pag magkaibang nation, magkaibang, it will just natural that it will break down. Really, this is amazing na hindi natin namamalayan. Actually, there are also some people, not our members, meron din they really marry from other nations. And then these two nationality become one. Hindi sabi ni Father dito, it's not that you change, or yung halimbawa, sa example ni Father dito, it's not that like the British woman will become, or he will practice the practice of the French, or the same way the Frenchman will going to practice the way of British woman. It's not like that, but actually they will going to meet in the middle. They become completely one. Maalis nila yung concept of their own. So this is really amazing talaga ang intercultural, international, interracial marriage blessing in the True Parents, right? This will just naturally break the barrier and eliminate naturally. Father said both will change without being aware of it. So we need to understand this. So really, it will be a natural way to establish world peace. Itong ginagawa ni na True Parents. It will just naturally, bring about what all people are really longing for, and heavenly parents are really longing for. That's why this is very, very important. So here, Father said, they are the group that can launch the ideal world. So marrying a Frenchman does not make British woman French. So ito yung sinasabi ko po kanina, nor does marrying a British man make a French woman British. What then does it make her? She becomes simply a unificationist. What are unificationists? They are the group that can launch the ideal world. The ideal world of peace that gives rise to the world of freedom. So, yung po pag tayo po ay nakapag-asawa from other country or from other culture, even in our nation in the Philippines, hindi po tayo parang ma-inherit tayo yung parang ma-transform tayo sa way nila, hindi po ganon. So Father is saying here, it's not that, when someone from other nation marry someone from other nation, it's not that that person will going to become like, the way they are in the other nation, hindi po ganon. But, anong sabi ni Father? What then does it make her? She becomes simply a unificationist. So anyone who intermarry, you will just naturally simply become unificationist. So, what are unificationists? Sabi ni Father. So they are the group that can launch the ideal world. The ideal world of peace that gives rise to the world of freedom. So really, it's amazing. So while I'm reading this, so in the coming slides, very really inspiring actually, and really amazing, this work of True Parents. Really, one day the whole world will really going to become one with what True Parents are doing. There's no other way. Ito lang talaga ang way. If only people will really open their hearts, their mind, and then really they try to understand what true parents is doing, there's no other way. This is the only way to make this world one, to eliminate all the barriers. Ito lang talaga. So if all people will become unificationists, sabi ni Father, so, we intermarry. Because usually, fallen people, ngayon ang mga tao, they just wanted to marry yung kapareho lang nila. Right? Kapareho lang nila, the one that is very easy to deal with in the beginning actually, or the one very easy to love. Pero in the beginning lang kasi yon. Usually when people marry, it seems like they really love each other, ganito, right? But, after some time, because love is not like that. Right? Love is like, love is like a seed that, when you plant, it's not, it will not grow automatically. Right? That's why when the practice of people, they like marry because of love. Actually, it's not love. Right? If it's love, if it's true love, then it should continue to flourish from the very beginning, right? But it's not. So love is something that you have to really work hard for, and then you have to invest. And it's like really a seed that, you need to nurture until it grows. Kaya nga, tayo po na mga nag-join ng blessing, the more na tumagal yung relationship natin, the more we are long-time husband and wife, the more our loves become deeper and deeper. So why people, when they marry, after 1 year, after 3 years, why this love change, right? So it's not true love. So there's no such thing as love at first sight. Wala pong ganon. For our young people, ganito sila, romantic love, ganito ang tingin nila sa love. It's not like that, right? Love is something that you need to nurture. Then two parties needs to do their part in order for that love to flourish, in order for that love to grow. Kaya nga, as we can see, our true parents, how deep their love is. Kaya nga, even when Father was still alive, how sweet our true parents, how close they are in public. You can see, really cannot be separated. So this is the love, that the true love that was na developed in the long years, right? The same is true. We can see our elder couples na until this time, really cannot be separated. This is what true love means. This is something that both of you needs to to nurture and develop. Aju? So that's why Father is saying dito, so when two beings become one, you simply become unificationists, right? So unificationists are the group of people that will going to launch the ideal world, and then the ideal world that will give rise to the world of freedom. So kaya po tayo, what true parents is really doing, one day this world will become free, right? So this world will become ideal because of this work of our true parents. Aju? So we are that group, not only us, so we have to really spread this. All people needs to become unificationists, right? That will really bring unification in their nations, in the world. Aju? So now, when we join this work of true parents, then now we can enter in the world of Heavenly Parents Holy Community. So ito na yung pan po natin ngayon, right? So anyway, anybody, sabi ni Father, who, from one nation to other or from different culture, they became unificationists that will going to contribute in building an ideal world, in building or bringing about a world of freedom. So true Father said that without it, a united world will not come about. Our first human ancestors came together in marriage in the wrong way, and this eventually led to barriers between nations. Therefore, their descendants have to receive the blessing and abolish those barriers. There are Cain nations and Abel nations. They stand as enemies to each other. Because of wrong marriage, these brothers were divided. That is why we need to receive the cross-cultural marriage blessing. Without it, a united world will not come about. So because of the wrong beginning of our first human ancestor, they marry in the wrong way. They didn't wait for, Heavenly Parents really blessing. They marry on their own, right? Kaya nga, di ba, actually, even in our society ngayon, there are nations na talagang this time they are continuously practicing that their marriage should be first receiving the blessing from their parents. There are many nations pa na pinapractice nila, like in India, ito pong mga nation na ganito, really, they cannot just marry on their own. But, you know, this Western style kasi, too much na freedom, pero actually freedom centering on the self-centered desire, right? This kind of freedom that people are practicing, they just do on their own without their parents' permission or blessing, right? So this is what happened with our first human ancestor, kaya naging ganito na yung practice ng tao ngayon. Right? So, because of this, anong sabi ni Father? Therefore, their descendants have to receive the blessing and abolish those barriers. So, because of this wrong way of marrying of our first human ancestors, what happens? Barriers were created. So, therefore, sabi ni Father, to eliminate this, we have to receive the blessing. The descendants, we, and the descendants of Adam and Eve, we need to receive the blessing and abolish all these barriers. So Father is saying that there are Cain nations and evil nations. So they stand as enemies to each other. Kaya nga, you know, some nations, they treat each other as enemy. Right? So meron yung, ito mga kakampi ko na nation, but these are enemy nations. So how to eliminate and bring down these barriers? So because of wrong marriage, these brothers were divided. So that is why we need to receive the cross-cultural marriage blessing. Without it, a united world will not come about. Kaya kahit ano pong effort na ginagawa ng different presidents of other countries, without really eliminating these barriers. Ano yung way to eliminate these barriers? Only through cross-cultural marriage blessing. Kailangan talaga these nations should intermarry. This is the only way. Yung mga nag-aaway na countries like Israel and Palestine, all these nations. So if they will intermarry, naturally, this barrier between these two will be eliminated. But if they will not do this, kahit ano pa pong effort for world peace na ginagawa ng society natin ngayon, ng different nations, you know, even in the world level, it will never come about. Sabi ni Father, without cross-cultural marriage blessing, without it, a united world will not come about. There is always the feeling of, you know, kasi nga, originally, we should be one family. You know, in your own family, you don't feel any barriers if you're very close. Kasi nga, you are like one family. And then yung parents niyo yung lahat. Actually, the goal is for this world to become really one, centering on our true parents. Sila lang. And then all of us, we can feel that we are really one family. How to do this? Only through cross-cultural marriage blessing. Hanggang maalis yung barrier, hanggang maging isa talaga substantially, also literally, maging isang pamilya lamang, like in our own small families. This is the way to really realize a world of peace. There's no other way. Itong mga dialogue na ginagawa, these are just steps, but this will not bring about a world of peace. What will really bring about a world of peace? Once, you know, this world will really become one substantially and also literally through cross-cultural marriage, these enemy nations. Kailangan talaga yung dugo natin magka-connect lahat yan. And then really become one family centering on our beloved true parents through the blessing that will really become one family. This world will really become one big family. Then kapag nangyari na yun, then there will be no more barriers. We can really feel that we are really and real, true brothers and sisters centering on our true parents. That's why sabi ni Father, without it, a united world will not come about. Kaya kahit ano pong gawin ng iba't ibang leaders ng different nations, they cannot bring about a world of peace without true parents, without this cross-cultural marriage blessing. Aju? Truly amazing. You know, when I think about it, kailangan mangyari talaga, darating talaga sa point that all people will be interconnected. Connected through blood lineage, through the blessing of our true parents. And then this world will really become one world. Maalis na yung I'm a Filipino, I'm American, I'm Japanese, I'm Korean. This should be eliminated. But we will become one race, one family talaga. One family lang talaga. Aju, this is truly amazing. This is really the only way. There's no other way. There's no other way. Dialogue cannot bring this about, right? Cannot bring about world peace. Only intercultural, interracial, you know, cross-cultural marriage blessing of our true parents where all people can be connected by blood centering on true parents through the blessing. Aju? Father said, this is the meaning of God's exhortation to love our enemies. So those who fix on boundaries as a reason to divide can return to oneness by exchanging positions. In other words, the elder brother becomes the younger brother and vice versa. Without the cross-cultural marriage blessing, peace cannot emerge. This is the meaning of God's exhortation to love our enemies. So in the Bible, it was said that, actually Jesus said that the highest, expression is to love one's enemy. And then sinasabi ni Father dito, ito raw, the meaning daw of God's exhortation to love one's enemy is actually through this intercultural marriage blessing. Ito pala how to really practice yung loving one's enemy. This is, the ultimate practice is, marrying someone from enemy nation. This is really the actual practice talaga pala nito. Not only, loving your enemy, nag-away kayo, ng mga bata kayo, nag-away kayo, ngayon you are trying to love this person, not only like this. Sometimes our understanding of loving one's enemy is very shallow. Right? It's very shallow yung understanding natin, but actually it's not only like that. That's why through cross-cultural marriage blessing, through this is like actual practice of loving one's enemy. Aju? So Father said, cross-cultural marriage blessing, without this, peace cannot emerge. So what the Bible is saying na loving one's enemy, this is really can be actualized through marrying someone from your enemy nation. Kaya nga, we rely, we just lay our, offer our life to Heavenly Parent, to true parents. Bahala ka na, Heavenly Parent, what is the best way for me to contribute for world peace? Please guide my life. I offer my life. Whoever will be my spouse, right? So because we are thinking of how to contribute to world peace. So this is the best way, then let God, right? That's why our young brothers and sisters, mga hindi pa blessed, wala pang asawa, so prepare well, right? So Heavenly Parents is working to really unite the whole world through true parents. So that's why tayo, what is the best way for us to contribute? So Father is saying that the best practice of, what the Bible is saying, Jesus was saying that loving one's enemies actually through cross-cultural marriage blessing. You marry your enemy. Yan talaga. And then you don't have any other choice but to really love your enemy. Once you marry your enemy, you don't have any other choice but you have to love your enemy. But loving someone na, you don't have really connection, it's very easy to say, I will love my enemy. Right? Kaaway ko yan dati. But actually, you have a choice. You can love or not. Siguro in good situations, you can love. But again, when the situation got worse, you cannot love. But when you marry your enemy, you don't have any other choice but to love your enemy. Kasi asawa mo yan, 24 hours kasama mo. Right? So you don't have any other choice but to love your enemy. So first thing, before we can love our enemy, first you marry your enemy. And then you don't have any other choice but to love your enemy. Aju, this is amazing. Only true parents has this kind of concept. Only true parents has this way. Aju? That's why what the Bible is saying, what people are saying, these religious people, they're saying love one's enemy. They don't really understand actually what is loving one's enemy. Only true parents have this deep understanding about loving one's enemy. Aju, you have a choice if you just, but once you marry a person, you don't have choice anymore but to love. So the best way to love one enemy is first marry an enemy. And then your whole life is to love your enemy. That will be what you will going to do in your whole life. To love your enemy, to practice what Jesus preached, to practice what Jesus said. Aju? Wow, truly amazing. Who else in the world, even from the past and then at the present, has this kind of, understanding, has this kind of thinking? And then not only but has this kind of work true parents have done and continuously, doing. This is really the only path to world peace. Aju? Kaya even in this nation of the Philippines, paano maging united ang Pilipinas? We need to intermarry. Ang mga Bisaya, mag-asawa ng Pilipino, ng Ilocano, mag-asawa ng Tagalog, also, you know, a lot of barriers in the Philippines alone. Right? In the Philippines alone. Kaya nga, of course, yung lahat tayo minsan naglulong na mamatch sa international. Actually, not only that, whoever will God give you. We have a lot of differences. Kahit na tayo Pilipino lang. Right? In Philippines alone, a lot of barriers. Kaya nga, intermarry, Bisaya, mag-asawa ng Kapampangan, mag-asawa ng Ilocano, mag-asawa ng Tagalog. That's why just let God, you know, choose your spouse. So God will give you your enemy. So your whole life, you will going to love your enemy. Aju, you don't have any other choice once you marry your enemy. But you will going to love your enemy. So, ngayon, in the Philippines, we can see, we have many Filipino couples. How successful and beautiful families they have. Isang Bisaya, isang, you know, Tagalog, isang Bisaya. Really amazing, right? So, we have mga cultural barriers and backgrounds. Iba-iba tayo ng backgrounds. And then, meron tayong mga dekada na mga hidwaan, ganyan, pagkalaban. So, through this, we can eliminate all these barriers. Our nation can become one. The world can become one. Through this, intercultural, interracial marriage blessing that true parents have brought. This is the only way to realize a world of peace. Aju? Aju. Truly amazing. So, practicing loving one's enemy can only be substantially done if you first marry your enemy. Aju? So, itong ginagawa natin na ng paniniwala ng mga tao, their understanding about loving one's enemy, this is very shallow. So the true practice of loving one's enemy is first you marry your enemy so that you don't have any reason, you don't have any other choice. But your whole life is a life of loving one's enemy. Aju? Truly amazing. True Father said in the Unification Church, there are no barriers between nationalities. So in the Unification Church, there are no barriers between nationalities. Difference of cultural background is no barrier. We are eliminating all such barriers. This time, many who participated in the blessing joined in the interracial marriages between black and white. I bless hundreds of Japanese African couples. When we are able to bless millions, tens of millions, and even entire nations, humanity will affirm that it is of one lineage. Can you imagine how to really achieve world peace? Until entire humanity will become one lineage. Di ba sa isang pamilya, bakit hindi sila nag-aaway? Talagang yung mga nagmamahalan na pamilya. Because they are only one lineage, very clear. Right? Pero sa isang pamilya na merong stepson or stepdaughter, so you observe, they're always fighting. Even the parents, kasi may stepson, stepdaughter in the family, they cannot really love, you know? There is always barrier within the family. Pero kapag isang lineage lang talaga, centering on one parents lang, you can see the beauty and then the happiness in the family. So until the day that the humanity will become one lineage, that is the only time that really world peace can be substantialized, can be realized. That's why in our movement, there are no barriers between nationalities, right? So when you go to different nations, as long as unification is nandoon, you can feel we are like one family. There's no barrier, whether you are Japanese, a Korean, or African. You know, when we join when we are in Korea, right? Pag may mga events tayo, wow, you can see all nationalities doon. Really one family. Can you imagine this? If that will just expanded to the world, then no more barriers. Amazing, right? Really substantial talaga yung ginagawa ni True Parents. They are the only ones. So, you know, I'm excited with the upcoming Rally of Hope 7, ngayong September 12, 10 days from now. You know, we have great speakers ngayong kwan. Already they have announced, I think, na President Trump will be speaking sa Rally of Hope 7. And then, many, actually, really very dignified. Si Prime Minister Hun Sen will be speaking. So actually, I'm very excited. And then I listened sa report ni Tom Mr. Tom McDavid, sa media, sa reach natin, more than 2 billion people already. So, nare-reach na natin ngayon online yung goal ni True Mother na 1/3 of the world population. Really, I was so amazed and really inspired ngayon with what's really happening. Tapos ngayong Rally of Hope 7, so let's really do our best to invite ngayong Rally of Hope 7. Really very dignified and really high-level speakers will be speaking. Right? So, napunta ako doon. No? So, anyway, really, True Parents work, because of True Parents work, really reaching out to the whole world and really bringing all the barriers and really how to bring all people together. So, we can imagine, the big foundation, the big outreach that True Parents have opened, especially also when this pandemic came, and then because of this online platform started, right? Actually, that's why sometimes we feel grateful because of COVID, right? Nangyari then, now we could reach out to billions of people, right? So really, until all people can see the work of True Parents, right? And then they will going to know our Heavenly Parent, our True Parents, who have been working for world peace for how many decades now? Our True Parents who have sacrificed their life continuously until now. Our True Mother, right? And then really how to, after, all the doors will be open, and then people will going to see the work of True Parents. They will going to realize that only through intercultural, cross-cultural marriage blessing, marrying one nation from the other, one culture from the other, this is the only way until humanity will truly become one family through having only one lineage, through our True Parents, through the blessing. Aju, wow, truly amazing. So we are just, waiting for just in the matter of time, it will truly be realized. Kaya nga po tayo ngayon, 7th Tribal Messiah, we have to advance forward continuously, despite the COVID condition, despite the situation that we are facing now. We have to advance continuously, educate continuously our tribe, we bless continuously people, until one day, humanity will truly become one family through having one lineage, centering on our True Parents, through the blessing. Aju, all these barriers of culture, nationality, all these things will be eliminated. Religion, all these things will be eliminated once humanity will become one lineage. Aju? So, finally, Father said, on this foundation, the world will leap toward global peace. On this foundation, the world will leap toward global peace. What happens when 12 nationalities are represented within our one family and they are united? What happens when they become one? Even without making in their agenda, they will form a world of peace. How marvelous! Then I shall become the King of Peace. This is why I am called the Messiah and the True Parents. Aju! Wow! Right, so Father said here, what happens when 12 nationalities are represented within our one family and they are united? Truly, I was so inspired about this one, thinking about this. Really one day, everything will be connected. Will become completely one. Can you imagine, sabi ni Father, anong mangyayari raw kapag sa isang pamilya? There are 12 nationalities in one family. How that will going to happen? Don't worry, kahit na you are now locals, kahit na kayo ngayon, pareho kayong Pilipino na mag-spouse. When you have many children, me and my wife, we are discussing, as this time we have 4 children. We are saying, so, saan namin i-match ang mga anak namin? So, maybe one will be matched to Korean, one will be matched to American, one will be matched to, or maybe sa Europe, or we don't know, in different continents. So, if you have many children, can you imagine? So, now we can see. I heard some people sinasabi nila, some of our elders, meron na silang in their family like 6 nationalities na. So, some families natin, I don't know, sa Philippines, kung ilang nationalities na, like for example, sa family ni na Kuya Wensi. So, Filipino and Japanese, Filipino and Brazilian, and then with their son-in-law, Japanese and Korean. So, 4 na nationality, right? And then kapag yung mga anak nila, yung mga apo nila nakapagkasawa. So, can you imagine? Really, this is amazing. So, how this will going to happen? Kaya nga, even kahit kayo both Filipinos, later mga anak nyo, that's why please have a lot of children. If you can, if possible, right? And then all your children will be blessed to different nations, to different continents. right? And then really, after a few generations, you will going to see one family is composed of 10, 12, sabi ni Father dito, 12 nationalities are represented within one family and they are united. What happens? Even without making their agenda, they will form a world of peace. World of peace will come about naturally. Come about naturally through this work of true parents, through the intercultural, cross-cultural marriage blessing. Actually, as we advance, world peace is advancing even without being aware of it. World peace is advancing. Joining the matching, joining the blessing, we are advancing world peace. Truly amazing how marvelous Father said. Right? That's why tayo po ngayon mga first generation, please really think about this, mga those who are preparing, our young brothers and sisters. Truly, joining the matching is really contributing for the establishment of world peace. It will just naturally expand. World peace will just naturally come about one day through this work of true parents. So one day, all people will going to recognize true parents, the King and Queen of peace. That's why they are the Messiah. They are the true parent. They will going to bring this world into complete oneness, centering on true parents and having one lineage through this cross-cultural marriage blessing. Truly amazing if all leaders of the world can understand this work of true parents and then everybody support, just in short period of time, Kingdom of Heaven will be realized substantially. It's not only concept as what many religious leaders are thinking. How to realize world peace? They don't have any other way. So they don't have any other solution. They don't have, the formula. But true parents have given us the very clear formula to realize world peace. Aju? That's why even Father said, even without making it their agenda, they will form a world of peace. It will be natural. Amazing. Right? Wow. So that's why those who has a lot of children, naturally later, how many families, how many nationalities later on in your family? If you have a lot of children and then they will be matched to, that's why really amazing sometimes when we are talking, when we are discussing, with also with my wife, having 4 children. This time, they will be matched to different also nationalities, different continents, different nations. Truly amazing. And then one day, this, Heavenly Parents' desire of really realizing one world, one family will just come about through this work. Kaya nga, kahit na hindi po natin namamalayan, sabi ni Father, it's just moving. We are moving forward for the realization of a world of peace. Kaya ngayon, ang IHQ rin nagpo-focus sa how can we raise up a lot of blessing candidates. Ito yung pinaka-actually goal talaga natin. With all our organizations, kung ano man po ang mga focus natin. But actually, ultimately, we have to raise up a lot of blessing candidates that will become the pillar for the establishment of a world of peace. Pero kung konti lang ang blessing candidates natin, kahit ano pa yung mga parang very successful ang mga events natin, activities natin, if we cannot increase blessing candidates, how can we really realize a world of peace? Aju, truly amazing. Everything is very clear. True parents have shown us very clear formula to build a world of peace, to establish substantial kingdom of heaven on earth. Aju? Aju. Wow, that's why ngayon we are already standing in the foundation na, alam nyo, na tapos na yung indemnity era. Ngayon, young brothers and sisters, they can start family kahit na bata pa sila. Before, cannot, right? Dati, lalo na yung mga Japanese dati, they starting family, mga 30 years old na talaga. Ngayon, not anymore. So, we have to advance as fast as we can now. That's why, brothers and sisters, young brothers and sisters, immediately, ang pan talaga natin is how to join the matching, the blessing. Ito talaga yung pinaka-importante. And then, how to start your own family. If you cannot build ideal family as soon as possible, then it will be prolong and prolong and prolong ang pag-establish ng world peace. Aju? Because this is the only way until one world will become one lineage. Ito mangyayari yung substantial kingdom of heaven. Kaya dapat bilisan na natin. Right? Our young brothers and sisters. Yung iba, hindi pa nila alam, hindi pa raw ready magpa-match, hindi pa. Actually, I don't know what is your thinking for brothers and sisters na ganon. Right? Now is really different era. We have to advance world peace as fast as we can. So that matapos na yung pain ni Heavenly Parent, matapos na yung pain ni True Parents, matapos na ang pain at saka suffering ng humanity. So we have already the tool, the material True Parents have given us already. It's now up to us to advance as quickly as we can. Aju, truly today, it was truly inspiring. So really one day, all people will become really one family, one lineage, centering on our True Parents through the blessing. Aju, that's why world peace through ideal families, sabi ni Father. Amazing. Aju, right? So we are really, really grateful to our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. Really very clear formula. Very clear path to go. Very, that's why talagang nakadepende na lang talaga sa atin. So let's really march forward with this kind of very clear goal and path to go, centering on our True Parents, now True Mother, guiding us directly on earth. Aju, let's march forward with greater determination each day. So once again, really, we offer our gratitude to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents who continuously guiding us. Thank you so much. Once again, all our beloved blessed families and brothers and sisters for your great effort continuously. Let's really bring Channel Group to our nation and to the world. Let's really have a great day today, and may Heavenly Parents love and blessings be always upon you and your families. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Sir Eli, for. Oh, sorry. Yes, thank you so much. I'm sorry for the technical glitches. Once again, thank you so much to our national leader for that inspiring message, especially about cross-cultural marriage. So it's very true, that we can really achieve world peace through international or cross-cultural marriage. So it doesn't mean, naman, brothers and sisters, that it's only about, like foreign couples like that. But of course, even dito sa Pilipinas. So yun, so may mga, di ba, Ilonggo, iba-iba naman kasi tayo sa Pilipinas, right? So we have the Ilocano, we have the Bisaya, we have the Tagalog. It's like, actually, I'm half Tagalog and half Bisaya. So my mama is from Leyte, and my papa is from Bulacan. So yun, I'm very blessed actually to because my match also is she's half Tagalog din and half Bisaya. So yeah, it's very true that I mean we can have lots of strategies, but this strategy that true parents have proposed is truly effective and efficient. So yeah, let's advance quickly and let's really bear the standard of Heavenly Parents and True Parents. So once again, thank you so much, Sir Eli, for giving that powerful message. Once again, let's give a round of applause to Heavenly Parents and True Parents. And at this juncture, before we proceed to the reflection assigned by our team, we would like to request for any volunteers. Oh yeah, I can see dito from Lucena Center. So we'd like to request to be, can you please spotlight? All right, so let's welcome our brother from Lucena Center to give his reflection.
Good morning to heavenly parent and victorious true parents, to all leaders, brothers and sisters, to all nationally leader, with Dr. Leo Angelo, sa magandang mensahe sa araw na ito. Ako po si Peter Joseph Dulanadi, taga Lucena Center. Yesterday po is katatapos lang po ng 3 days youth leadership seminar po. And Tong El Mudo, nagpapasalamat po ako kina Sir Ruel at sa kay Sir Ryan of YSP and Captain Che of Japan Task Force at sa lahat po ng bumuo ng organisasyon dito sa Lucena Center sa kanilang hard work and sacrifices, kaalaman at mas malaman namin ang purpose namin sa aming buhay. Ang mga ano po na experience namin dito sa 3 days seminar namin is yung kung paano mag ready sa last day o yung tinatawag nila na paghahanda para sa pagdadating ng Bisaya, tsaka po yung pakikipagkaibigan sa kapwa, sa mga kaaway, para mabuo yung word of peace, tsaka po yung natutunan namin na pakipag-share ng loves sa other people and pray to God, to heavenly parents and true parents. Nagpapasalamat po ako at ako ang napili nila upang maka-attend ng 3-day seminar sapagkat po ay marami pang bata sana ang maka-attend ng seminar dito sa Lucena para malaman po din ang kabutihan ng heavenly parent and true parents sa programa po dito sa Lucena City Center. Salamat po.
Yes, thank you so much, brother. So for that wonderful reflection, truly, I believe that Heavenly Parents is very happy to see young people going back to His bosom. Ayun. And yung kaka-receive lang niya ng 3 days ceremony, 3 days Divine Principle Lecture rather. I'm sorry for that. May konting tayo. Okay, so this time we'll be having another reflection from one of the second generation here in the Philippines. Of course, one of our technical staff. Actually, he's ayun, mas matagal siya sa akin dito, mas nauna siya dito sa technical department. And position, he's video editor, designer, yun, sa web designer din. Actually, all around, all around. And I would like to invite this very hardworking, well-disciplined brother to give his reflection. Let's welcome our brother Benjamin Rabanyo.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog, for the profound message. So, yeah, I am also a result of the ideal of our beloved true parents, because my mother and father is also of different lineage, from a Philippine and Malaysian side. So, yeah, I am grateful because I became part of the dream that true parents is realizing. So hopefully in the future, also me, as I am also preparing to receive the blessing in the future, together with my match, I could also create an ideal family that would break down the barriers of that was created due to the fall, and that we could be able to really understand the value of building the love relationship. Because as you can really see from the world today, there are many wrong interpretations of love. So many stories, so many materials about false love. So us, as the blessed families who knows true parents, we should really spread out the word of our beloved true parents. We should spread out true love. We should really be the model that would really bring happiness to our beloved true parents and heavenly parents. And with that, I would like to end my reflection. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Benji, yun, for that reflection. So, ayun, so si Brother Benji actually product din siya ng cross-cultural marriage, yun, because his father is a Filipino and his mother is a foreign from Malaysia. Ayun. So thank you so much, Brother Benji, for that wonderful reflection. And for another reflection, I would like to request ito, product din siya ng cross-cultural or international marriage. Ayun. Mga product ng PhilJap din. All right. So I would like to request the presence of one of the second generation also in the Philippines, the youngest member of our technical team. Ayun, so let's welcome our brother Jusun Joshua Estose.
Good morning, Holy Parents and True Parents. Good morning, leaders around the world. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog, for that wonderful message. As our MC stated earlier, yes, I am a product of I am a result of this cross-cultural marriage, and my father is Filipino, my mother is Japanese, and I know that really, as a result, like me being born, I could not see the process of my father and mother, like really working it out together. I only know like after or like being a family together with them. But I know that really, and now that I grow more, I know that my father and mother really went through a lot of things. I know that really they had to really do a lot of overcoming to each other, so they can really, you know, have somebody like me. And I'm very grateful that really my parents sacrificed themselves, really overcome themselves, so that really they can do their part for this ideal world, for the making of an ideal world. And I hope that if anyone out there is really struggling with their match or with their blessing, I hope that really they can overcome and really sacrifice so that really more second generation and really an ideal world will come about. And yeah, actually today is the birthday of my father. So yeah, hello Papa, Reynaldo Estose. So if any of you know him, then please greet him a happy birthday today in Facebook. Yeah, he does a lot of Facebook, so maybe he will be happy if you do that. And happy birthday, Papa. Thank you so much really uh for really understanding me and really being patient to me. And also Mama, thank you so much. I'm very happy that really I am very blessed to, even though really life is hard, but it's I'm very fortunate to be born knowing of the true parents. I'm very fortunate to be born knowing of the divine principle. So yeah, I hope that really, you know, if anybody out there is really struggling with their spouse and in their blessing, and please really push yourselves and please really uh, fighting. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Brother Jusun, for your reflection. So, happy birthday po kay Tito Ray Estose. Ayun. So, once again, let's give a hand to our brother Jusun. And this time, I would like to give the spotlight to Sister Yevgeny for the announcement.
Thank you so much. Good morning to all our leaders, brothers, and sisters for our news and announcement. The Asia Pacific Leadership Conference, 8th batch is will start on September 11 to October 2. We would like to encourage everyone to join. And for more information, please contact our sister Chasen Guy through her messenger or email us at upffields@gmail.com. Next, the 11th Asia Pacific Chonbo special online event will be on September 11, 2021. The registration is now open. So to register, please email or send message to our Facebook page, HJ Chonbo Fields, or email us at hjcbfields@gmail.com. The registration is until September 5. Then we would like also to invite all our Chonbo Chonbo families, blessed families, to the Chonbo Leaders School with Professor Hill. The second class will be on September 4, 2021, 8 p.m. Manila time via Zoom. All confirmed participants are encouraged to review ahead the video materials to be used during the class and kindly submit your names with your centers to Ms. Rose Tormes. For inquiries, please contact Ms. Crystal Parason through her messenger. And the education department is now having the 21-day Series Divine Principle virtual seminar. Still, you can register for the 21-day Divine Series seminar. So it started already yesterday, but they are still accepting participants. For information, please contact Ms. Marvic Advincola. And also the 7-day Series Divine Principle seminar. Members can still register. Next, we would like also to invite all our blessed parents and matching supporters to the 4th Asia Pacific Parent Matching Convocation. This will be on September 18 and 19, 2021. For more information, please contact your local BFD coordinators. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ate Ev, for that announcement. And this time, I would like to request the presence of our Abel here in the technical department. All around din po siya in every matters of like technical matters. like to request the presence of Kuya Arman Lumawig for the closing prayer.
Let's all pray, brothers and sisters. Good morning, our dear Heavenly Parents and true parents of heaven and earth and humankind. We thank you for this day that you once again you've given us an opportunity to feel your love and care to our brothers and sisters, especially to our true mother and to the rest of the true family. We pray that this day could be a fruitful day for us to set a new beginning once again. A day where we can comfort and give joy and happiness to you, our dear Heavenly Parents and true parents, despite of our difficulties and shortcomings. We thank you, Heavenly Parents, for always giving us protection, especially this hard time of this pandemic, a challenging time where we can offer our sincere devotion despite of this situation in the world. But we will not stop to do our responsibility as a blessed couple and member of our church. But we will always find ways to push the providence of restoration through the guidance of our true mother. We thank you, Heavenly Parents and true parents, for developing the technology of this providential time, especially in guiding and educating this talented young generation of our technical team from national headquarters and going down to our local technical team of our church, especially to our leaders and to our national leader, Dr. Leo Angelo Halom, that we can still reach out and broadcast heaven's direction through our dear true mother and share it to our dear brothers and sisters from local and abroad. This time of pandemic is a very clear message from heaven that we should make our life of faith become more stronger and strengthen our family ties to show care to our brothers and sisters and to do more responsibly for heaven. We thank our true mother despite of her age, but she's not stopping in educating and guiding us in order for all brothers and sisters not to be left behind. Thank you, true mother, for always pushing us to fulfill our responsibility and always giving us blessing and hope for the time of Chunilguk, for these coming days will be a beautiful environment that will shine brightly for the entire world. We would like to thank you, Heavenly Parents, for this opportunity that we have our true parents, represented by our true mother. Thank you for the life that we have now, especially the blessing that we receive from heaven. And I deeply pray that all blessed families could always be protected by your love together with their second generation and the next generation to come. Please continue to protect our family, our brothers and sisters, and to the rest of the people of the world. Heavenly Parents, please accept our small contribution to the providence of restoration. Thank you, Heavenly Parents. And in behalf of our technical team, I would like to report this prayer in our couple name, Arman and Vailin Lumawig, a central blessed family. Aju. Aju.
Aju. Now let's have our unison prayer. She Jack.
Okay, so open your, arrange yourself. Para
Aju, Aju, Aju. Let's have our morning greetings to Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Good morning, Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters, for participating in our yes, morning devotion. May you have a nice day, a blessed day, and let's
good
give ourselves to put a smile on the face of our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Thank you so much once again for, of course,
Happy birthday!
the blessings, Trisha Nito.
Happy birthday to
Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Lucina Center.
morning. Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you so much, Brother Jerome. Thank you so much to our
Happy
media.
birthday, Claire.
Thank you so much for hosting our morning devotion. Thank you, brothers and sisters. See you again tomorrow.
Bye! Good morning! Bye-bye! Thank you, Kuya Leo.
Brothers and sisters, good morning.
Hello,
Thank you,
Ate May,
Tika.
Sato.